Well, it's Rob Grammer here on Spuds TV. For another Section 8 AA matchup here today in St. Cloud at the Municipal Athletic Complex. Frisch, who's going to rotate the ice over to Colby Creer. Colby steps up, chips it on the backhand up to Ness, but is intercepted by Simonson, and a scrum ensues there where Fitch clears it over to Lindbergh, but he gets it up the ice, and now here comes Corey Warner. Warner chips it in, intercepted there by Grant Frisch, who gets it to the wall. And now thrown in deep by Warner. First to it will be Colby Creer, who gets it to Ness. Ness is hit by Fitch on the corner there, tied up, but Lindbergh's going to come and win the puck, and here comes Lindbergh, cross ice to Grant Frisch nicely, and Frisch gets it across the line in deep where Condon sticks it to the corner, and Corey Warner's going to throw it up the ice to Fitch. Fitch is going to get it there, and he is checked off the play nicely by Spicer. Triggs back to Joe Schiller, to Leonard, and now Leonard sends it up to Triggs, and it gets through everybody. Where down the ice, Ripley Garden's going to be the first to it. He escapes Triggs, comes up the right side, throws it across the ice to nobody in particular, and Luke Leonard's there to get it and throw it back in where Condon sticks it in behind. Ripley Garden is now on the puck for St. Cloud, coming up the left wall, but intercepted by Spicer, and Spicer rolls it back in where Triggs gets there and ties up his man, Corey Warner. Spicer and Triggs in the corner. Garden comes in and lays a heavy hit. That was Matinich coming in. And it's rolled around where Tom Schrader has it now. Thomas Schrader in the corner. He's ridden off by Warner. Spicer's in there with Ripley Garden. Schrader, Corey Warner. Puck is tied up. A little bit of a rugby scrum. And it's rolled around the wall now where Connor Pajari comes out for St. Cloud. Tries to go rink wide, but Luke Leonard's right there to throw it back in deep around where Condon will set it up for Max Rude. Max Rude now rolls it to the wall, and a nice little play to Karlstead. And out comes Matinich up to center ice and chips it in deep where Joe Grammer pursues, and he's getting chased by Pajari, but he escapes away from him. And Joe Grammer now coming up the right side for the Spuds. Steps aside one and sends it up rink wide to Harper Bentz. Here comes Harper Bentz across the line. And Max Dronen intercepts a puck and is bouncing around, comes to the near wall where Aaron Ryerson gets there, but Falloon muscles him off the puck and chips it up to Theo Reeland. Now Reeland tries to step through center ice, but he's checked off nicely where Ryerson throws it in deep. Max Rude first to it in the corner. Going to rotate the ice over to Isaac Baker. Gets away from Isaac, and Andrew Cumming now throws it back around to Rude. Rude tries to go to the middle of the ice, picked off by Dronen, and his shot is stopped there by Condon on a glorious chance. It comes out to Joe Grammer, who throws it in, hits something along the way, and now it's chipped out where Colby Creer will be the first to it. He's going to throw it up the wall where Theo Reeland picks it off and steps in the zone, but he's checked off nicely. And here comes Harper Bentz to the neutral zone. Chips it in, a nice little soft play. Max Dronen's going to get to it, and he gets hit on Condon, and Condon makes a huge save on Max Dronen.
Yeah, good play by Max there, jumping in and getting that puck in the slot. A lot of good pressure by Moorhead in St. Cloud's end. You know, St. Cloud's gambling a little bit. We saw this in the Warroad game where they're throwing their forwards out high, trying to sneak behind Moorhead's defense. But when you do that, you are outnumbered in your own end, and there was a turnover because of that. Moorhead had a couple good chances there.
Lindbergh stepping in for the faceoff against Simonson, and Simonson wins it back where Ripley Garden's going to be the first to it, but he's tied up by Stahlberger, and now here comes Simonson around the net trying to get out, but Ness ties up his man, and Lindbergh's able to turn it back, but Corey Warner's there, and he's going to exit the zone for St. Cloud, coming up near side, throws it in on Kunka, and Will's going to cover that one up for a whistle.
Yeah. First couple shifts, on the Moorhead side at least, the transitional play in neutral ice has been good. Defense have been keeping a tight gap, and they're able to turn it right back up and get it back into St. Cloud zone quickly. So good, tight, aggressive play by Moorhead's defense.
Simonson stepping in, and Lindbergh wins it back where Luke Leonard brings it around the back. The net gets to Stahlberger on the wing, but just misses him, and then it's thrown back in by Ripley Garden, but blocked out front. Stahlberger brings it out to Ness. Ness crosses the line, pulls up, and then chips it in deep where Corey Warner will get to it in the corner on the near side. Corey Warner rolls it in behind for Garden. He'll come around behind Condon looking for somebody. He's got no outlet. He skates it up, but does get it over to Unsi, and Unsi chips it in deep where Kunka lets it in behind, and Leonard now picks it up. He peels near side. Here comes Luke Leonard up the ice, across the blue line, getting to the red line. Luke Leonard still, and is able to chip it in deep where Isaac Baker will be the first to it behind Condon. Chips it to Max Rude. Rude up to Fitch. Now Fitch comes across the neutral zone, gets it up to Pajari. Pajari comes in for St. Cloud, tries to get around Schiller, and he low angle shot, gets it by Kunka.
Yeah, kind of a tough angle, but St. Cloud, as hard as it's been for them to break out of their end, that was a clean breakout. Nice pass to the weak side wing. He comes in and gets kind of a tough angle shot, but he fit it in where he needed to, and it snuck by Kunka there. So St. Cloud off to a 1-0 lead.
Looked like Pajari was going to get the goal. We'll wait to hear what the assists were on that one. Spicer's going to step in against Matinich, and Spicer wins it back to Joe Schiller, who goes to Creer, and Creer steps up the near side and chips it up the wall to Thomas Schrader, and Max Rude's there to get it, and he plays it on the wall, but Spicer picks it off. He's ridden off hard by Matinich, And Triggs is first to it, rolls it in behind. Isaac Baker meets Spicer, and now Max Ruud steps aside Tommy Schrader, and here comes Max Ruud. Max Ruud tries to slide it up, but it's intercepted by Schiller, and Joe Schiller steps across the line and peels off and finds Kobe Creer, who one-times the puck, and Condon gets his glove on that. Now Max Ruud near side coming up the wall again. Dipsy-doos around Triggs and slides it wide side over to Isaac Baker. Isaac Baker up the ice to Grant Carlstead, who tips it into the Spuds bench, out of play for a whistle.
Yeah, Max Ruud doing a nice job there. He's a big body. I don't see the stats on his weight and height, but he's a good-sized kid and able to protect the puck and get a clean break out there.
Falloon steps in against Dronen, and it's one back to Leonard. Leonard steps up and surveys the ice, off the wall up into where Ryerson tips it in behind Warner, but Ripley Garden was able to step over and clean up the mess, and here he comes, chips it in deep behind Leonard, and Theo Reeland's first to it, throws another shallow angle shot in on net. Kunka makes a save, and then a rebound attempt is stopped by Falloon.
Yeah, again, St. Cloud trying to sneak behind Moorhead's defense there. There was a nice little angle pass off the boards behind the defense, and he was able to sneak behind and at least get the puck on net for a rebound opportunity for his line mate, and that's Will was able to stop that as well.
Dronen and Falloon one again. Ryerson touches it to Grant Frisch. Grant Frisch to Bentz, and up comes Harper Bentz through the neutral zone. Tries a little entry pass into Grant, comes back to Bentz. He fires it on Condon there. It lays in the slot for Max Dronen again, and Max Dronen cleans up the rebound and scores. First of the year for Max Dronen, and we got a tie game.
Yeah, that was another, I have to believe it was intentional. You know, coaches work on this with players all the time, but a nice kind of a tough angle shot off the goalie's pads, and it's not always on purpose to score, but to give a rebound to your line mate, and that's what happened there, and Dronen was able to clean it up.
Well, 3 grade A chances for Max Dronen to start this game in the first period, and he's able to convert one. And that is good thing, a good sign for the Spuds as their captain gets his first of the year.
He doesn't get to keep the puck, though, because that's not his first career.
That's right. Trock is down, and Baker gets it rink wide to Falloon on a nice pass, and here comes Falloon on a sharp angle. Kunka blockers that one aside. Career ties up Falloon, and now Dronen comes in to help. Career and Falloon in the corner. It's tied up there. Dronen comes in and Bentz. Now Bentz comes away with it, chips it high up the glass out to center where Baker's the first to it. Cross ice, but Joe Grammer's going to get there, and he's going to slide it up to Ryerson. And we'll have an icing as it just gets by Ryerson.
Yeah, Falloon doing a good job, and Moorhead's in. He's a big boy here, 6'2", and he's able to protect the puck in the offensive end. And I remember him from last year. He's a nice player, and he's got some speed and size, so he's fun to watch.
The top line centerman, one to watch for St. Cloud. Now Simonson will step in against Lindbergh, and Lindbergh wins it over to Grant Frisch. And Grant Frisch to Ness, and Ness rink wide to Stahlberger, and Stahlberger will enter the zone, tries to feed it back to Ness, but it gets chipped in behind where Ruud and Ness are first to it. Now Stahlberger's going to chip it back to Lindbergh, and Lindbergh's dancing in the corner, trying to get away, gets it down to Ness, and he's tied up there by Baker. And Ruud now up to Grant Frisch, and Grant Frisch sidesteps Unsi and gets it in deep. Now Ruud's going to tie up Lindbergh. Ruud and Lindbergh, and Ruud's able to get a stick on it, chip it to the far side where Fitch will get there, and Stahlberger. They tie up, and it's tried to be cleared by Simonson, but held in by Leonard, who slaps one on to Condon, and he sticks it aside. Now Grant Frisch keeps it in, bouncing towards the net, but Baker's able to come away with it, go high off the glass, and Leonard's there again to keep it in. Nice play by Luke Leonard, throwing it in deep where Stahlberger and Ruud meet. Ruud gets his stick on it. Big Max Ruud comes lumbering up the ice across the blue line through the neutral zone. Little backhand pass over to Fitch. Fitch steps around Creer, but right there is Luke Leonard to clean him up, and now Colby Creer near side gets it into the middle to Lindbergh. He tips it out to center where Corey Warner is going to set up for St. Cloud. Now he enters the zone and throws it in wide side, but it comes all the way around, but held in there as Carlstead was able to get to it, and here it comes near side. Tommy Schrader tries to clear, but now Triggs on the far side will get to a rolling puck, but held in again there by Liam O'Donnell. Here comes Thomas Schrader near side coming up the ice. He chips it out and down the length of the ice, and O'Donnell's giving chase. Icing's waved off here as Triggs pursues, and he gets it over to Corey Warner in the corner. Corey Warner coming up the ice, lays it back across the ice to O'Donnell, who's coming up across the blue line. Gets it in around Schiller. Schiller rides him off the play. Now Joe Grammer in behind, and he's ridden off the play. But here comes Jonas Spicer up the ice to Triggs. Now Triggs coming across, 3-on-1 forming as Triggs comes on the left. Gets it across to Tommy Schrader on a nice pass. Just misses. Now up to Grammer. Joe Grammer across the blue line. Slides it across to Joe Schiller. Joe Schiller steps down, tries an entry pass, but it's blocked there. O'Donnell rides him off, but Schiller comes away with the puck. Now he spins back and gets it down low to Tommy Schrader, out to Triggs, but Triggs is checked off the play, and here comes St. Cloud on a 3-on-2, but they go on a line change. Now a 1-on-2. Oh, and there's a hard hit by Joe Grammer on Greg Karlstead, riding him off, and Joe Schiller gets to the puck. Joe Schiller now to Grammer in the corner. He bobbles it and throws it back around to Schiller. It hits the back of the net, and Falloon is there to try to tuck it in, but it's poked away. Now Tommy Schrader's going to come and chip it up out of the zone, and this one is going to go for an icing.
Yeah, good play there by Joe Grammer, stepping up, recognizing that it's a 1-on-2. Moorhead's got them outnumbered, and any defenseman at this age knows that's the time to shut it down, and he does. And actually a nice quality hard hit, knocks him down, and so good tight aggressive play by the defense there for Moorhead.
Falloon will step in against Dronen. Falloon wins this one back to Max Ruud. He snaps one to the net, but Kunka sticks that to the corner, and St. Cloud's able to get to the puck where Reeland gets it, and now it's a scrum in the corner between Falloon, Reeland, Dronen, and Frisch, and Dronen comes away, steps up the middle, but loses the handle on it, and Cumming gets it back to Ruud. Ruud snaps one, but that's blocked by Harper Benson. Ryerson's going to be the first to it. He tries to chip it out, but only gets it so far, and a hard shot comes in on net from Ripley Garden off of that play up to the point.
Yeah, good save there by Will. Kind of a dangerous play there, kind of cutting through in front of your goalie there with the puck, but fortunately for Moorhead, they were able to escape that. They turned it over to St. Cloud. A couple good chances for St. Cloud, but Kunka stops them at the door.
Falloon and Dronen's lines are going to stay on the ice. Little premature action, draws a whistle, and we'll reset and try it again. Dronen wins that one back to Joe Grammer's coming around, tries to reverse it, and he gets taken down by Theo Reeland. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming on St. Cloud, and Dronen controls, and he chips it over to the corner where Ryerson's going to throw it back around for Grammer, and Grammer up to Bentz, and the Spuds are going to try to control to get a little extra time with the man advantage as Kunk has come out of the net. Now Dronen in the corner. He reverses it back to Creer. Creer tries to control it back to Dronen. Dronen over to Grammer, and now Grammer's going to try to step up the ice. He gets it up to Ryerson, who just can't quite handle it, and St. Cloud's able to touch it up.
Yeah, Moorhead will have their first opportunity here on a power play. I did not see, was it holding or what, tripping, but
see what the ref signals. It looks like a cross check.
Okay. So yeah, Moorhead get a chance with a face-off in St. Cloud's end here, just off the goalie's right shoulder, and looks like we've got Ness's line out with Frisch and Creer on the point.
Spuds power play unit, they're able to get it. Ness wins it back up to Grant Frisch, but he was checked quickly there by Unsi, and St. Cloud Simonson was able to clear it down the length of the ice, and the Spuds will set up. Frisch back on it. He lays it up the far side to Stahlberger. Stahlberger comes rink wide to Ness, and Ness gets on the puck where he's in checked by Ruud, but Ness is able to gain control. And Lindbergh down in the corner up to Creer. Creer throws it back in behind Condon, and it bounces behind the back of the net, and there's Stahlberger throws a backhand on. Cleared by Ruud, but not out as Creer is there. Rink wide to Grant Frisch. Frisch down to Ness. Ness down below to Lindbergh. Lindbergh behind the net, checked by Ruud, but he gets away. Comes on a wraparound,
nice.
And Gavin Lindbergh tucks it home on the backhand.
Yeah, he just snuck it. It looked like it was a 5-hole, but the goalie was not quite ready for it, and nice quick play by Lindbergh sneaks it in, and Moorhead gets himself a 2-1 lead.
Power play goal for the Spuds. The Herberts and Gerberts power play goal by Gavin Lindbergh, his first of the year.
You know, that's good for Lindbergh. He's been battling all year, playing well. First couple shifts for him this game have been real good, so nice to be rewarded for him.
Lindbergh wins the draw back to Leonard, over to Schiller. Schiller surveys, gets it back to Lindbergh in the middle. Checked off by Baker there, and now there's a scrum on the far side. Baker comes away with it and flips it in deep into the Spuds end, into the near corner. Leonard's there first, turns it up, but he's met by Fitch, but Leonard's able to get it to Lindbergh, who goes rink wide to Stahlberger. Baker's chasing Stahlberger down, rides him hard into the wall, then takes the puck, and here comes near side Isaac Baker with some speed, gets to the red line, ridden off by Leonard, chips it in deep. Now Tom Schrader over to Schiller, gets away from him, and Unsi in the corner is tied up with Schiller and Jonas Spicer and Fitch. Now Falloon comes away with it, spins and throws a sharp angle shot where Kunka gets it into the near corner. Schrader tries to chip it out high, but Max Ruud snaps one to the net. Far side, now Stahlberger will be the first to it, and he's able to get it out to the neutral zone. Ridden off by Falloon, where Falloon controls, and he is taken down there by Spicer. And now Triggs battles, but it comes over to Ripley Garden, and Ripley Garden gets it up to Reeland, and Reeland throws it in deep where Schiller's going to get to it behind Kunka. Gets away from him and behind the net out to Falloon, who centers it. and is thrown by Garden towards the net, but just misses, and now Triggs is going to come away with it far side up to Thomas Schrader. Thomas Schrader crossing the line on Max Ruud, has the edge, but Ruud rides him off the play, and they both go down. Puck's in there tight, and it's being whacked at and scrummed at, and Tommy Schrader gets another chance at it, but Condon's able to cover that one up.
Yeah, a lot of good opportunities in front of St. Cloud's goalie here. Loose pucks galore to start the game here, so Moorhead's capitalized on one of them at least. Nice tuck around by Gavin Lindberg, and almost a third rebound opportunity here for Moorhead, but the goalie was able to cover it up, and we'll have a face-off just off his left shoulder.
Drone and Benson. Ryerson step in. Frisch and Grammer on the point. Falloon for the end, and is one back to Grammer. Joe Grammer steps around Reland, gets it to Ryerson, who gets it in deep to Bentz. Now Falloon wins it. It pops out to Ryerson out in front of the net. He's ridden off by Andrew Cumming, who came in to save the day, as Ryerson was tucked it into an empty net. Now held in by Grant Frisch, who steps down the wall, chased by Warner. He shows a sharp angle shot on net, sticked away by Condon, and here comes Falloon with Cumming. The Spuds are back in defense as Grant Frisch comes back hard to ride Cumming off the play. Ryerson throws it back to Grammer. Grammer on the wall to Bentz. Bentz up the near side, gets it in the middle to Max Dronan. Here comes Max with speed on the right, pulls up, finds a trailing Aaron Ryerson, who just can't handle that pass, and it gets away from him as Matinich comes through the middle across the blue line, and he gets ridden off hard by Colby Creer. Now Joe Grammer rides Carlstead hard into the wall, and Colby Creer is able to come away with it on the far side up the ice and gets it rink wide to Bentz, who tips it to Ruud. Ruud turns it right back and throws it high into the rafters for a whistle.
Yeah, nice little pass by Dronan on the near side wall here. He just drives hard to the outside and just puts the brakes on, hits the trailer coming in. Nice center drive, typical play there, but great pass by Dronan. And on Creer's end, defensively, nice tight gap control, and steps up and shuts that play down again. So good play on Moorhead's defense.
Puck is down. Lindberg wins it back to Schiller, over to Creer. Gets away from Creer, but he manages to get on the puck and chip it up where it goes now to St. Cloud to regroup, where Garden throws it up, and Creer comes down like a shortstop to play that one and advance it. Now Lindberg is going to get to the puck, and he's going to play it back to Schiller. Schiller across to Creer, and on the near side, here comes Colby Creer up to Ian Ness. Ian Ness crosses the red line, going across the ice now where it gets ultimately to Schiller, and he throws it into the zone, where Pujari gets it rink wide to Ruud. And Ruud tries to play it up the wall to Carlstead. Now he's able to get it to Carlstead. Carlstead chips it out as Creer stepped up on him. And now we got Schiller with Pujari in pursuit. And Joe Schiller's going to peel it back behind Kunka and set up. Pujari chases him out, and Schiller throws it near side to Ness, gets away from him. Ruud snaps one on net and had traffic there, but Kunka was able to glove it.
Yeah, fortunately that was right into the gut of Will Kunka there. He was screened on that shot, but right into the midsection of Kunka, so he's able to put that one down and keep St. Cloud from tying this one up.
Simonson for St. Cloud stepping in against Spicer. Simonson's going to win that with some help from Unsi. Gets it back to Baker, but it's blocked, and Tommy Schrader's loose. Here comes Tom Schrader on the edge, but recovering nicely as Baker to poke it from him, but Tom Schrader remains under control, throws it back around behind the net, where Spicer's going to pursue Unsi and ride him into the wall. Scrum ensues there. Triggs, Liam O'Donnell, Unsi and Spicer in the corner, trying to poke it free. Still scrumming along the wall, and there it is, broken free to Baker behind the net, who comes up to Fitch, who's met hard there by Thomas Schrader, and it's thrown back in by Leonard, and Unsi's going to get to it on the far side. He's going to throw it rink wide to nobody in particular. Triggs picks it off, and he sends it back in deep behind Condon, where Baker and Thomas Schrader are going to give chase, and Schrader rides him off and wins the puck. Thomas Schrader now battling, looks like Simonson and Baker, and it comes away, and Triggs is able to get to it, and Luke Leonard's able to poke it back in the zone down to Thomas Schrader again. Thomas Schrader spins and fires one on Condon, sticked away, where Unsi's going to come up the far side, and he's going to throw it down and get some relief for an icing.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there by Moorhead. The wingers are right on their defensemen, putting pressure on them, not giving them a lot of opportunity to see what their options are. And when they do bump it up the wall, Moorhead's defense has been pinching down and closing that off right away. So St. Cloud takes the option to just ice it, get it out of there, get a line change, and probably the smart play in that case.
Dronan and Falloon stepping in, wins it back to Corey Warner, peels around behind for Condon, gets it to Reland on the wall, and Reland's able to exit across the red line now, tries to get it into Falloon, and just misses, and Joe Grammer's able to poke it away. Warner steps up to get it, and it pops up high where Grammer gloves it down and gets it into the corner, and now He and Warner will do battle there, and Grammer wins it to Bentz. Bentz chips it out, and Ryerson's on the loose. Here comes Ryerson, who enters it over for Dronen again. Here's Max Dronen, and a big save by Condon as Dronen got in on the left side for a grade A scoring chance again.
That was a great pass by Bentz over to Dronen, even a better save, and great opportunity from Moorhead, and St. Cloud's goalie is there to meet the challenge.
Dronen stepping in against Falloon again, and it's one back to Grammer. Grammer's going to snap one to the net and miss it wide, but Colby Creer's going to get to that puck on the near side. Max Ruud back behind. Now Dronen gets there first. He's down, but he's back up. And now Dronen and Ruud do battle, but Baker's able to come away with it as he steps up the ice. Liam O'Donnell. Here comes O'Donnell. He crosses the blue line, but a great back check from Harper Bentz to knock him off the play, and he gets it up to Dronen. Here comes Dronen again. Checked by Ruud. Dronen cuts to the middle, and he's going to get there and fire another shot. And a rebound whack by Joe Grammer, but Condon had it in the glove, and there's a little pushing and shoving down.
Yeah, good job by Joe Grammer following up the play. He was right on the doorstep, ready for that rebound. The goalie does not give up the rebound, but good patience by Max Dronen, cutting to the middle of the slot, waiting for his opportunity. Fires one in there and just not able to slide it past.
And Max Dronen, trying to have himself an afternoon, has had a number of grade A chances and continues to create for the Spuds. And Spuds have a nice lean to him right now and a good push up the ice. 54 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think Dronen's going to get his flow going here, and great player, and he's able to get one by already. I think he's due for a couple more here.
Corey Warner is having a conference with the official. Now we're set to go. Lindbergh in against Simonson, and Simonson wins it back to Corey Warner. He gets it up to Unsi on the wall, and Unsi's going to chip it into his own box for another whistle. Face-off coming to Condon's right. It'll be Lindbergh stepping in. Stahlberger stepping in for that face-off. Lindbergh wins it, gets it back to Leonard. Leonard fires it, but it's tipped aside there. Now Warner's going to come around and try to exit the zone, but held in nicely by Joe Schiller coming down, and he gets in there, rides Garden hard off the puck, and there's a scrum there with Stahlberger, Ness coming up the half wall. Ness still tied up. Stahlberger in the mix. He gets it back to Lindbergh. Lindbergh back to Schiller. Schiller throws it in deep. It hits Garden there, and it lays loose, but it is eventually cleared as Leonard will regroup for the Spuds. He's going to chip it off the boards, gets past Fitch, and now Ian Ness is coming, gets in the middle to Lindbergh. Nice stick to skate by Lindbergh, and he gets ridden hard up by Ripley Garden. And Corey Warner picks it up. He's going to chip it off the glass, and Unsi's going to try to clear, but he's unable to, and now Corey Warner's going to eat it to end the period in the far corner.
Yeah, good play by Garden there to step up on Lindbergh, and St. Cloud's got some good size to them. Some of their players are pretty physical, good size, and good job there shutting that down. So Moorhead off to a 2-1 lead after the first period, kind of back and forth, but overall pretty good period.
Another fast period of high school hockey up and down the ice. Good chances on both sides, good goaltending again.
Yep.
It's shaping up to be a pretty fun and exciting game here this afternoon. We'll look forward to some second period action in 15 to 20 minutes.
After one period, Moorhead 2, St. Cloud 1. Shots on goal for Moorhead 13, St. Cloud 8.
I think they can hear me now.
Put in the work. Your opportunity to be the best. Get up. Your dreams don't hit snooze. Because if you snooze, you might miss your opportunity to improve your craft. Put in the work. Your opportunity to be the best.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Burt's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
The Moorhead Spud Boosters support students at Moorhead High School involved in co-curricular activities. Your membership in Moorhead Spud Boosters directly benefits Moorhead's student athletes, celebrating 40 years of supporting Spud athletics.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
dreams don't hit snooze. Because if you snooze, you might miss your opportunity to improve your craft. Put in the work. Your opportunity to be the best.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
The Moorhead Spud
to the box. I expect St. Cloud will come out and try to play maybe with a little bit more pace, maybe clean up some of those mistakes that led to a lot of good Spud scoring chances.
Yeah, St. Cloud, they left several rebounds in front of their goalie that Moorhead had several chances to clean up, and they did in a couple cases there. So for St. Cloud's sake, hopefully they can clean that up. And Moorhead seems to be catching on to their breakout when they're trying to fly their forwards out. Like I said, that puts them at a disadvantage in their own end, but we'll see what happens this period.
Thrown it in Falloon again in the center circle, and it's chipped deep into the Moorhead zone where Kunkel will set it up for Joe Grammer, but he plays it up to Ryerson on a nice exit pass, and Ryerson gets it to Bentz where it gets hung up in the in the water of the freshly Zambonied ice, and again down in the corner it does the same. Cleared around far side where Leonard's going to step down and keep it in on Reland, and then Max Ruud finds Falloon in the center of the ice, and Leonard steps up and lays a hit on him. Again, the puck gets caught in the water, and Joe Grammer has a tough time with it and is laid in deep to the near side corner where Grammer is going to spin and get it, and he's going to lay it in behind for Leonard.
Nice check there by Ryerson. And St. Cloud player down here, not sure quite what happened. This was after the play, so.
Theo Reland is slow to get up as he's trying to get back to his feet. He's definitely in some pain and not quite sure.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but players are helping him off, and hopefully he's okay. But again, good play by Ryerson to step up, and good shoulder check. It was nice and clean, just outside of St. Cloud's zone, and we'll have a face-off just outside of Moorhead's zone here. And
let's hope Theo Reland's able to shake that off and return to the ice soon for St. Cloud.
So Moorhead will switch up their D pairing. We've got Creer and Frisch out, and Dronan's line.
Dronan's going to win that draw with some help from his wingers. Benz gets it back to Creer. Creer up, but it gets away from everyone. Warner, now Baker back on it. He's going to peel in behind Condon, leaves it for Warner, and Warner's going to come up the near side. Now he gets to the center of the ice and is unable to handle it through a couple of spuds, and it's cleared away nicely by Creer to Ryerson. Ryerson back to Creer far side. Colby Creer gets the line and tries to throw it deep, but it's intercepted by Warner, who chips it out, and Grant Frisch will get back to it as it rolls in on Kunka. Kunka sticks it to Frisch, and Frisch comes up the near side, finds Ryerson on the wing. Ryerson's going to lay it up for Max Dronan, who gets it, and he's ridden off by Baker, but he's able to get the puck deep where Grant Frisch is the first to it. Frisch lays it in around behind, and it hits something as it was popped up in the air. I'm not sure if it was the netting or the rafters.
Yeah, again, Moorhead's defense is being very aggressive in the offensive end here, pinching down, keeping the puck down, and in that case, Grant tried to slide it in front, just got deflected up into the net, but good aggressive play by Moorhead's defense.
Stahlberger's going to step into the left circle face-off, and he gets some help from Ness back to Schiller. Schiller snaps on and is tipped out front but wide. Warner now reverses it to Baker, and Baker tries to go into the center, and it hits Simonson and redirects onto Condon, who alertly covers it up.
Yeah, kind of a tough deflection there for St. Cloud, and that's always a gutsy pass. Never advised by many coaches to try and slide it across the slot, and St. Cloud got away with one there.
Left circle again. Stahlberger will step in against Simonson. He wins it back, and Lindbergh is going to lay it in behind, where it's met there by Garden, and Stahlberger ties him up and rides him off the play. Now Lindbergh's going to get to it. He spins away and tries to center it for Ness, and Ness gets a quick shot on goal. Condon stops it. They clear the rebound, but Leonard keeps it in, and he's going to fire just wide of the net. Max Ruud's going to get to it near side, try to chip it out, but a nice little fake there. Reverses play to the other side where Garden's going to step up. Now Garden's just going to chip it out of the zone and relieve some pressure, and it will go the length of the ice for an icing.
That'll be a nice, good play by Gavin Lindbergh behind the net there. He had a nice escape towards the board, and he threw it. He didn't just blindly throw it either. There was a guy right in front of the net, and he saw him there, and a nice little pass, good scoring opportunity for Moorhead, and hopefully they can get some more of those going.
Spicer's going to step into the circle against Matinich on the right circle. Over to the wall where Triggs is going to help win that puck. Comes back to Creer, who snaps a high, hard one in, but Condon gloves it down.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities for Moorhead from the point. They're getting a lot of good shots on the last shift. I think Schiller had a nice one that was tipped just wide, but good action from the point on Moorhead getting pucks to the net.
Spicer and Matinich again, won by Spicer to Creer. Creer slides it down to Triggs, and Triggs going to go to the corner, but he's checked off nicely with the stick there by Garden. Garden one-hands it out to center ice to Pajari. It gets to Grammer, who goes over to Creer, and Creer's going to chip it in, but Garden gloves it down, and he's going to throw it in deep behind Kunka into the spud zone. Kunka will set it up there for Grammer. Grammer gets it up on the wing, but nobody's home, and Garden slams it back down. Now Grammer's there again, chips it up, but it gets to Garden again. Grammer and Garden playing ping pong. Now it gets thrown in deep where Creer is able to turn back near side, and here comes Colby Creer. He steps around the forechecking St. Cloud player and gets to the red line and is able to throw it in deep where Max Ruud's going to be the first to it, and he's going to be met by Schrader and Triggs, but he chips it around to Garden, and now Garden up the near side. He goes far side over to Andrew Cumming, and now it's a race with Cumming and Leonard. And Leonard fights off Cumming, but Cumming drives him into the wall. Leonard gets away. Far side, Leonard chips it to Schrader, but Schrader throws it back in deep where Spicer rolls it around near side. Falloon is able to get to it, chips it up to Baker. Baker cross rink over to Warner, and Warner snaps him, but Luke Leonard there to block that puck, and here comes Thomas Schrader. Thomas Schrader crosses the blue line over to the wall, but he's played nicely there by Warner, who pokes it away. Cumming chips it up the wall, but that's intercepted by Dronen. Gets it across to Schrader, who gets it into Triggs, and Triggs fans on the one-timer, but gets the rebound and throws it to Condon, who saves it. Now Grant Frisch up top, snaps it to the net, blocked away there. Great traffic from the Spuds. Now Dronen gets to the loose puck, tries to center it into Triggs, but it's blocked away there. And now there's a pursuit where it's the length of the ice, and Frisch gets to it and lays it in behind for Schiller. But Falloon is the first to it. He gets it to Fitch, who centers it quickly out to Karlstead, but he's unable to get it as it was sticked away nicely by a Spuds defender. And now Baker regroups. Baker to Warner. Warner hinges it back to Baker. Baker steps up, but poked away by Dronen. He's got Ryerson out front. Dronen's going to spin, get it to Ryerson for a one-timer, but Condon's there. Rebound shot just wide, and Joe Schiller's first to it. He chips it in deep where Warner's going to play it, and he's going to try to bring it up the far side, but he's checked off by Dronen. Loose puck picked up quickly and chipped on. Here comes Karlstead. Grammer in pursuit, and Grammer catches him and sticks it away, but Karlstead will get to the puck, throw it in deep there where Fitch tries to center it, but loses the handle to Ryerson, and Ryerson tries to muck it out, but it's thrown back in by Karlstead. Kunka sets up for Grammer. Now Grammer up the far side. In pursuit is Unsi, but he gets away from him, and Grammer's still coming up, able to chip it, but not by Max Road, who keeps it out at center ice, and now Ryerson's going to turn it back. Ryerson tries to center it for Bentz, but it's picked off there, and now Lindbergh gets it and fires it, but that's blocked away, and Bentz is first to it near side. Here comes Harper Bentz up, finds cross to Colby Creer. Colby Creer snaps one towards the net, just misses, and it comes up for Ripley Gardens, the first to it, coming up near side, up the ice, cross the red line. Ripley Garden spins to the middle, but he's met by a number of Spuds there, and Creer sticks it aside, but Garden continues on and gets first to it as Creer ties him up. Now Lindbergh gets into the corner with Simonson. They're tied up, and Simonson gets to it, rolls it in behind, but Grant Frisch will be there, and Frisch is ridden off the play hard, but still gets the puck up the wall to Ryerson, but it's poked away there. Now in front to Ness, who clears it nicely to Lindbergh in the middle, and here comes Gavin Lindbergh, gets across the line and throws it in deep, where it'll roll behind Condon. Garden's the first to it, but Ness ties him up. He's able to win the puck up the wall, and St. Cloud comes out where Matinich gets there, but Stahlberger rides him off and goes rink wide to Lindbergh. Now Lindbergh's in, long shot in on Condon, and he had trouble with that one. He's able to hang on, but not quite sure where it was.
That was a good stretch of play for both teams. Long time there before a whistle, but good puck movement on Moorhead's end offensively. Defensively, good breakouts by Moorhead. Number 7 there, Karlstead, very quick player. He got a couple of good opportunities there with his speed, but no goals scored in that stretch.
Puck goes to the corner where Jackson score, rides Warner off the play, allowing Stahlberger to get the puck up to Leonard. Nice shot on goal by Luke Leonard, but it's padded away by Condon nicely. St. Cloud clears, but Schiller turns it right back and throws it in where Condon's going to set it up for the Spuds. Stahlberger first to it. And now St. Cloud recovers nicely to check them off the play, and Warner's going to skate up the near side with it. Crosses the blue line, getting to the red line, and he's going to be able to throw it in deep where Kunka's going to set it up, not quite able to get there or go to the far side where Leonard gets it. Luke Leonard tries to play it up, but he's checked out nicely by Cumming, and a high shot is blocked away by Kunka into the netting for a whistle.
Yeah, you know, of the games I've seen this year, Rob, this might be the best I've seen Moorhead's defense play with their gap control and staying tight to the play and shutting things down before it even enters their zone. Part of the reason is the forwards are back checking nicely, so the defensemen are able to recognize that and step up quickly and shut it down.
Falloon wins the draw back to Warner. He throws a little shot in for a redirect, but it eludes everyone, but it bounces back out for Falloon, throws a weak shot on, and Kunka's there to cover that one up.
Yeah, Falloon's always around the net, it seems. Again, big body player, and he's got some skill and speed too, so a guy to watch out there for sure.
Spuds has seen enough of that matchup. They want to get Max Dronen out there against Falloon, and they do in the circle. Max wins that draw back to Creer, who spins away nicely on the wing, gets it up the wall to Ryerson, who chips it. We've got a 2-on-1 forming with Dronen coming up the left. He's got Bentz. Dronen pulls up. He Datsuk's high blocker side shot. We've got a goal.
Yep, he called it.
He's signaling for a goal. That was a back bar shot by Max Dronen.
And Max playing to the crowd a bit for his junior varsity teammates, but you know, Rob, we talked about this in the first period. Just have a feeling that this might be Max Dronen's day. He seems to be, you know, 2 shifts ago, he pickpocketed the defenseman and came in for another 2-on-1, and in this case, he had great patience, recognized it wasn't the best option to slide it over, and he rips one in the upper shelf.
Well, it's a beautiful little move that was made popular by Pavel Datsuk, where you come in and you pull that puck back and allow the sliding defender to clear. and rip a quick shot off of that, and he beats blocker side. He beats Condon clean on a beautiful shot by Max Dronin.
Yeah, he must have been watching some YouTube clips of Datsuk here recently, because that was textbook.
We've got a conference going on as the St. Cloud coaches did not like that call, as they thought it hit the crossbar as opposed to the back bar, but the goal's going to stand. Goal's going to stand, and we have Spicer stepping in against Unsi, and they're both kicked out. And we'll reset with Simonson and Schrader. One nicely by Schrader to Frisch across to Schiller. Schiller back to Frisch, up the near side. Frisch touches it up, but it's intercepted by Garden, who throws it in deep, and Schiller's going to get to it. Schiller stops and reverses field and gets it up the wing to Triggs, but it's intercepted by Garden and thrown in, and all the way around. Rude unable to keep it in, and now Triggs is going to be first to it on a mini break, but Rude recovers, and here comes Grant Frisch. Grant Frisch gets a look in, fires it, rebound, just wide as the Spuds converge on the net, and it's in the far corner now where Triggs gets it, tries to play it around behind, but fans on it. Now Unsi's able to carry out, tries to chip it in behind Schiller. Schiller's going to get to that puck and turn it back and chip it out for the Spuds. Max Rude turns and slams it back in. Unsi's got to tag up, and Schiller gets it over to Frisch. Now Frisch up to Triggs. Triggs tries to center it for Spicer, but picked off there by Simonson, thrown in deep, and now Frisch is first to it. He's ridden off by Unsi, but Grant's able to get it around to Tommy Schrader. Tommy Schrader chips it up to Spicer. Puck not cleared yet, but Frisch is going to get there. Grant Frisch plays it up the wall. Carson Triggs whacks at it with Garden, and it gets back to Frisch, and now Frisch is going to clear it the length of the ice and get some relief.
Yeah, good shift by Moorhead. You know, Carson Triggs, he does a really good job of driving the outside wall and then just putting the brakes on, looking for trailers, and Grant Frisch recognizes that, comes in, gets a good scoring opportunity. He gets back into Moorhead's end, and I don't know if Grant said something to somebody about their girlfriend, but they're just hammering Grant out there left and right, so I don't know if he said something or not.
It's possible. Puck's down into the corner for Leonard, who reverses it to Grammer. Grammer chips it up the wall to Ness. Ness chips it on, but Warner's there to keep it in, and now we've got to play out front as the puck got out to Pajari all alone in front of Kunkka. He tries a little quick dipsy-do and tuck it between the legs, but Kunkka says, no, not today, and covers that one up.
Yeah, he was wide open there in front of the goalie there, kind of snuck in there and had a good opportunity, but like you said, Will shuts him down.
Lindbergh back, but Liam O'Donnell is able to get the puck, but Joe Grammer spins away, and here comes Joe Grammer, steps nicely around Pajari and goes rink wide over to Stahlberger. Just misses Stahlberger, and that's going to bounce the length of the ice, and we'll have another Spud zone face-off.
Yeah, that was a close one. Good idea, just got a little too far out ahead of him, and it'll be a face-off back off Will's right shoulder. So we'll have Lindbergh's line out, and Creer and Frisch on D for the face-off.
Lindbergh and Falloon stepping in, one again by Lindbergh, and Frisch is the first to it. He tries to get away from Falloon and Cumming, and he is able to as they tie up behind the net. Stahlberger wins a little battle there, and it comes out up high to Rude, who snaps a hard one on, but Kunkka pads that one away, and out comes Stahlberger to Ness. Ness gets checked off by Garden, and then Garden flips it up off the official, and it lays there where it's rolled in, and now Kunkka's going to keep the play alive and stick it aside to Creer. Creer wraps it around to Stahlberger, and Stahlberger chicks it out on the backhand. Almost got by Garden, but he was able to knock it out of the air and now re-enter the zone for St. Cloud, trying to get it deep, but there's a scrum up by the blue line. Carlstead and Garden tries to whack it deep again where it's offsides, but now Grant Frisch is able to come up the ice, and Falloon's going to turn it back now. And the puck ping-pongs around near the blue line. Kunkka tries to cover it, it gets away from him, and a play by Cumming in behind the net to try to bank it in off Kunkka, but he spins and gloves it down, and that was an odd sequence of events here.
It was. First, it all started by the players' bench at St. Cloud. It looked to me like it hit one of the players, the puck. They let it go, and ends with Will thinking he had the puck covered. He didn't, and close call there. Able to keep it out, though.
He had a bit of racquetball going on for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Unsi wins it with some help from Fitch. Nice touch from Baker back to Finch, but Ryerson's not fooled that he wins the puck and gets it to Bentz, who pokes it by Warner, and Bentz is going to beat him to the corner. Harper Bentz tries to lay it back for Dronin, but he's ridden off by Warner Nice, and now Warner comes away, but he's met by Ryerson. Ryerson's going to try to win that puck and lays it back in the corner where Finch is going to have some time on the near side. For St. Cloud, he flips it up high, and it's gloved down by Schiller, and Schiller now advances it, and Harper Bentz pokes it in deep again, and now it's Benson Warner going to the corner again. Baker gets there first, ridden hard by Bentz. Dronin has it. Now Max Dronin spins it back to Bentz. Bentz trying to get around Baker, but he's ridden up. Now Dronin comes out front, and that puck is loose, and it's cleared to the corner, where Baker tries to clear it up to Joe Grammer. Joe Grammer steps around. 1, now 2. Joe Grammer continues with the puck. He triangles his own player, Bentz, and Joe Grammer still has it, leaves it for Bentz. Here comes Bentz, tries to lay it in behind for Ryerson, picked off by Unsi. Now Unsi and Baker do battle, but Bentz comes away with it, and Warner's riding him out to play. Harper Bentz down low, gets it to Ryerson, who spins to the net, but he's met there by a host of St. Cloud players, and now it's Ryerson and Bentz in the corner. Warner and Unsi. Bentz comes away with it, but he's checked off again. Now Ryerson and Baker. Baker rides him off hard, and Warner's first to it. High off the glass, but it's going to be held in by Schiller. Schiller gets to the puck, throws it in on net.
Yeah, that one just snuck out. It was just offsides, and he tried to get the shot on net, but the ref recognized that and blew the whistle and closed that one down. But this line with Dronen and Ryerson doing a really good job. You know, they're getting scoring opportunities, but they're doing all the little things to help create those things. Dronen's been just a pest in there on the defense and knocking pucks loose and doing what he needs to do to create opportunities. So he's doing a lot of things, that line, they're doing a lot of things to create opportunities for themselves, so they look good today.
This is an interesting situation as a D-zone faceoff comes from an offsides. They call the high sticking as well. We'll see if anything comes of it. Career pokes it away from Cumming, and now Falloon turns and fires a sharp angle shot, but Kunka gloves it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the faceoff is down there.
The officials were confused between a delayed offsides call and a high sticking, and I'm not sure which call has priority or wins out there.
Okay.
Seems to me the offside should have if a Spuds player touched the puck, but nonetheless, here we are down in the zone again. Cumming gets it back to Garden, who snaps a one-timer on. Schrader's going to get to it and chip it out, but there again it goes into the St. Cloud bench, and we'll have a face-off to Kunka's right.
Got a little aggressive there, and coach was able to dodge a bullet there and keep himself safe. So we'll have a face-off again on the other side of Will Kunka. Spuds will shift up lines here. Looks like Lindbergh's line will be out.
Lindbergh and Falloon. Falloon wins it back to Garden, but it hops his stick, and he'll chase it back into the neutral zone. Plays it up the wall to Falloon, and Falloon's going to play it in deep, or Leonard's going to get there in the far corner. Luke Leonard comes around behind and chips it past Carlstead, and Leonard continues on, chips it out of the zone past Falloon, where it comes up, and Garden gets it and reverses field to Max Ruud, and he does a little saucer pass into Cumming, and Cumming gets it to Falloon. Now Falloon coming in on the left, he's in check by Grant Frisch, and he's ridden out the play. Kunka is able to stop that and flick it up into the netting. Another face-off to Kunka's right.
Yeah, good job by Grant there to ride off Falloon. He's, again, big boy, and he was able to get the shot off. Big, strong kid, so not easy to defend against. And he's getting his opportunities out there. So again, Moorhead's going to have to keep an eye on this line, of the Falloon line.
Falloon tries to step around Spicer, but Spicer checks him off. But the puck does come up to Warner. He reverses field and tries to throw it on net, but blocked away there. Career first to it. He reverses it to Grammer behind the net. Grammer gets it up the wall to Schrader, and Schrader tries to chip it on, but he's hit hard by Warner there, and Falloon's able to keep it in. Now Schrader again gets it up. This time he's able to clear the line, but Warner's going to wait patiently for people to clear, throw it in deep to the near corner where Career gets it. Career in behind, throws it across to Grammer, but it hops on him, and Grammer slides it neatly up the wall to Schrader. Now Schrader comes up, gets to the line, throws it in deep where Condon's going to set it up, but Tommy Schrader was unable to get to the red line, and will have an icing.
Yeah, St. Cloud, they're really picking up the physicality here. On that last play there, number 11 kind of threw his elbow out. I may have been the only one that saw it, but they are getting physical and doing what they need to do to create opportunities here. So we'll see if Moorhead can match the physical play from St. Cloud.
Certainly changed the pace as Dronen steps in with Matnich, and some help from Harper Bentz is able to win that faceoff and come out of the zone, but Warner turns it back there. Now Bentz turns it back, and he chips it onto Dronen, but just gets away from him, and Baker tries to rotate the ice dangerously, but St. Cloud's able to chip it out anyway as Matnich comes in on Luke Leonard, but he defends him well, and Luke's first to the puck over to Schiller. Now Schiller steps up, pulls in the forechecker Liam O'Donnell, and gets it up to the wing. Now Ryerson lays it in deep, and Dronen's going to get there on Baker, but Baker kicks it up to his stick, and he's trying to exit the zone, and is successful in that. Liam O'Donnell off the wall gets it in to the St. Cloud player, where Schiller's able to get it off his stick and up to Ryerson on the wing again. Now Ryerson looking for a pass, and he circles in behind, and he plays it around Pajari, and it's still Ryerson on the far side now, and he's able to get it up to Dronen. Dronen 1-on-2. He's got Spuds joining, makes a nice little inside out move on Baker, but gets ridden off, and now the late coming Harper Bentz tries to make a play, but he's taken off by Ripley Garden, and it's poked to center ice there, where Colby Creer gets it, throws it off the glass, and it gets away from Stahlberger, but Stahlberger pokes it. And then O'Donnell is going to flip it high into the rafters, and we'll have another whistle.
Yeah, I don't know quite what happened there to Ryerson. He laid a nice check in Moorhead's end there, nice clean check, and as he exited the ice there, he was kind of hunched over. It looks like he's getting some attention on the bench right now. Hopefully it's nothing serious for Moorhead's sake.
Lindbergh, Stahlberger, and Ness up front, Frisch and Creer on the point. Puck is down, and it's one to the half wall where Garden's going to get it and rotate over to Ruud. Ruud on the far side gets away from Ness, steps up calmly, finds Simonson on the wing, and he tries to throw it deep but misses it, where Grant Frisch is able to throw it out, and now we've got pursuit. Stahlberger on Garden. Garden wraps it back up the wall, but it's met there by Frisch, and he puts a hard hit on Fitch. Frisch on Fitch, say that a few times. Puck's down in the corner, and we got Lindbergh rolling it around where Ness gets there, but Max Ruud's there to keep it in. And Max Ruud in the corner waits with patience, and he throws it around near side. Here comes Justin Stahlberger first to the puck on the half wall. He flips it up high nicely to clear the zone, and we got Ness in pursuit of Ruud, but Ruud plays it calmly on the backhand and gets all the way through to Frisch, who chips it up the wall, where Unsi gets it taken from Lindbergh. Lindbergh pulls it from Unsi, and now here come the Spuds. Stahlberger unable to get it into Lindbergh, and now here's Joe Grammer.
Oh, they got him, too many. They were just switching the D, and actually Creer and Grant Frisch there, they jumped off as fast as they could. I think they were mid-air when our guy touched it, but they're going to call him for too many men regardless and give St. Cloud an opportunity here.
Yeah, and this is one of those tough plays where right as the players are exiting the ice and the replacement players coming on, the puck comes right to that spot, and that guy's got a tough decision to make.
They knew it too. You could see Grant and Colby both. They both jumped mid-air to kind of fly onto the bench, so their feet weren't touching the ice, but it was a little, the ref disagreed, and St. Cloud will get a chance here with Falloon to try and bury one.
Falloon and Dronin in. Dronin wins it back. Joe Grammer's going to chase, and he's ridden off by Cumming. Cumming and Baker in the corner. Baker comes away with it. He chips it out to Warner, but it's tipped away by Dronin, and Harper Bentz has a one-on-one opportunity against Ruud. He flips it in on him, but Ruud's able to get the big stick in the way and clear it near side to Baker. Baker to Cumming, gets away from him, and Leonard's going to throw it down the length of the ice, and Condon will set up here for Ruud. Ruud's going to have Warner swinging on his left and Baker on his right, and here comes Ruud calmly up the ice, gets it to Warner. Warner peels back with pursuit from Spicer. He goes back to Ruud, back to Warner. Here comes Warner up the middle. He touches it up to Baker, swinging through, and Spicer steps on him, chips it up to Leonard, who slams it back down. This time Ruud swings it back up the ice quickly now in transition. He gets it to Warner. Warner crosses the line, lays it in for Falloon. Leonard ties him up and rides him to the wall, but Baker's to it, and he tries to center it out, but it's intercepted by Triggs there, blocked away, and now to the corner where Grammer does battle with Cumming and Baker, and now they do get control up to Ruud. Ruud over to Warner. Warner into Falloon on a nice little entry play in the 5 of dice, and Falloon snaps one on, but Kunka's there to stop it.
Yeah, that's the guy they want to have the puck for sure, and gets a good opportunity. But Moorhead real aggressive, not just in their own end, but neutral ice. On the penalty kill, they're not just being conservative and playing the box. They're being real aggressive and not giving them any time and space to get things going. And good shift by Moorhead.
Lindbergh in against Falloon, one again by Lindbergh to Creer. Creer comes around, tries to wrap it out, only gets it to the half wall where Ruud steps down, calmly lays it in. Down to Garden, back to Ruud, over to Warner. Warner up top to Ruud. Ruud down to Garden. Garden tries to center it in for Falloon cross box, but sticked away there by Spuds defenders. Now Ruud over to Garden again. Garden steps in, is going to shoot this one, but that's blocked away, possibly by Creer as he stepped into that. But now it's low to Cumming. Cumming across to Falloon. Falloon tries to get it back, blocked by Grant Frisch. And Lindbergh's going to be able to get to it and clear it the length of the ice for the Spuds with 23 seconds remaining on the power play. Condon backhands it up the ice to try to go in transition quickly. Didn't get much on it, and Ruud circles back calmly for St. Cloud, and he steps around Dronin. Now he comes into the middle of the ice, and it hits Falloon and bounces and cleared away, I believe, by Dronin or Bentz the length of the ice, and that will pretty much kill off the remainder of the power play. And the Spuds will now return to full strength. And here comes Warner. He slides it near side to Baker as Baker comes across the line with speed. Schiller has him in check. He throws it, but Kunka very alertly uses the stick to stick it up out of play over the glass and get the whistle.
Yeah, so a good penalty kill by Moorhead. Again, they were very aggressive. Did not just hang back and play the box sequence as is common for a penalty kill, but they're real aggressive, got in their face and shut things down, put a lot of pressure on them. So good job by Moorhead in killing that penalty. We got about a minute 30 left in this period.
Dronin coming in, the face-off to Kunka's left. He wins it again with help from Ryerson stepping in. He circles around, gets it to Benson. Now Benson's going to exit and get it to Dronin in the middle. Hops his stick. Baker will pursue and be the first to it. He calmly peels away from Dronin and reverses ice again, but Dronin sticks with it and wins a puck from him, centers it to Ryerson. Ryerson tries to get it Benson. Here's Joe Schiller. Joe Schiller's going to get a shot. Puck's loose, and Benz almost knocks it into the empty net. Now it's Ryerson coming up the wall. He's circling, looking for something. Circling. Ryerson circling, gets around Fitch. Now he throws it back up to Schiller. Schiller steps in, and he's able to maintain control and peels it back, and Joe Schiller finds it's Benz down on the wall, and he's going to lay it in behind for Dronin. Dronin's met there by O'Donnell. But Dronin comes away with it, gets it down for Ryerson, just gets away from him as Baker pursues it. And now here comes Benz trying to tuck it in, and Benz is fighting again. Puck is loose. Condon tries to cover but can't. Now Schiller will get to it. 39 seconds remaining. Gets down to Benz in the corner. Benz up to Schiller. Now Schiller looking, cross ice to Leonard. Leonard mishandles. Now he's going to roll it in deep where Dronin's going to get first to it. Dronin back for Ryerson, but he's met there by Unsi, and Unsi wins a puck, and he goes down. Now Ryerson's lost his stick, and he's playing a little bit of Pele down in the corner, trying to win the puck to Benz. St. Cloud's able to get to it as Unsi is going to come up, and he tries to backhand clear it, unable to, hits Benz. And now St. Cloud's finally able to clear. It's going to go the length of the ice. We're going to have an icing call with about 7 seconds remaining in the period. We'll see if the Spuds can create something off of this offensive zone faceoff.
You know, Moorhead basically had a minute and a half in St. Cloud's end, and it all started with Max Drone, and he was all over the defender. He could have easily peeled off and let him break out, but he was all over him. He was able to have him turn the puck over, and it created about 3 chances for Moorhead to score, and again, spent the whole minute and 30 in St. Cloud's end because of it.
Lindbergh in against Falloon. This is a big face-off. We have some encroachment by Cumming, trying to jump the gun. They're going to give St. Cloud a warning, and now they're going to kick him out. So now Cumming's going to go in against Lindbergh. And Lindbergh tries to walk through him to the net to get a quick shot, but it's defensed well. Now Stahlberger in the corner, and they're going to be able to kill the rest of the clock by eating the puck in the corner, and that was a good second period down.
Yeah, real good. Good back and forth action. Moorhead's going to head to the locker room with a 3-1 lead and come up with a game plan to defend this lead heading into the third.
We'll be back for third period action.
Get up. Your dreams don't hit snooze. Because if you snooze, you might miss your opportunity to improve your craft. Put in the work. Your opportunity to be the best.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Burt's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
The Moorhead Spud Boosters support students at Moorhead High School involved in co-curricular activities. Your membership in Moorhead Spud Boosters directly benefits Moorhead's student athletes, celebrating 40 years of supporting Spud athletics.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Get up. Your dreams don't hit snooze. Because if you snooze, you might miss your opportunity to improve your craft. Put in the work. Your opportunity to be the best.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
The Moorhead Spud Boosters support students at Moorhead High School involved in co-curricular activities. Your membership in Moorhead Spud Boosters directly benefits Moorhead's student athletes, celebrating 40 years of supporting Spud athletics.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Well, Dan, back for third period action as both teams are ready. The Zamboni driver did not come from the Zamboni or the ice cleaning school of Dennis Bushy. He's laid down a lot of water.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was just telling Rick Wester they should maybe wait a little bit, let it set up a little more this time, but off we go anyway.
I agree. We will see if this has an impact, but there's a lot of water on the ice right now. Play in deep, St. Cloud, Rude, exit to Falloon in the middle. He'll get it across to Unsi, who throws it in deep, and Leonard's going to be to it, and Falloon, they tie up. Puck's with them in the corner. Dronin comes in to help. Now Unsi steps in. Unsi picks it out of there, tries to get it to Warner, but Ryerson comes away and lays it up the side where Dronin's going to pursue O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets to it, rink wide to Rude. Now Rude up near side. He loses it in the water, and he rotates it back. Now O'Donnell loses it in the water, and he chips it up where Ryerson picks it off. He's going to step in and fire, and that goes just wide. Ryerson there to get to it. Wins the puck. Dronin chips it in, but Rude's going to come away up the middle of the ice. He stops, reverses field. Backhands it over to O'Donnell, gets it to Falloon, who gets away from him, where Frisch slams it back in. And now Rude's going to get in back behind Condon and reverse the puck near side to O'Donnell. O'Donnell coming up near side, up into the middle. Gets it to Karlstad, but he's ridden off the play there by Creer. And Creer chips it up on the wall to Stahlberger, who tries to get it to Lindbergh, but it's picked off there by Baker, who goes in the middle, where it's met there by Ness and Creer. Now Creer goes rink wide to Frisch. Frisch touches it to Stahlberger. Stahlberger chips it up the ice where Lindbergh's going to get to it, and he's going to get around Cumming, and he's got Ness out front. Ness gets it. He tries to backhand it home, and he's ridden off hard by Cumming. Coming back to the play on the back check, and the puck comes out to center where Karlstad chips it in deep. Kunka will set it up for Creer. Now Creer chips it around behind to Stahlberger. Stahlberger loses it there to Karlstad, and he's ridden off the play by Frisch, and the puck comes to center ice. Baker's going to go rink wide, and here comes St. Cloud in for a shot. A walk in there, and Kunka gloves that down and gets a little slash at the end of the play.
Yeah, it's getting a little chippy here. That play in front of St. Cloud's net, Ness took, and I know elbowing penalties, Rob, because I committed several. And that was an elbow on Ness in front of the St. Cloud's goalie, but the refs let it go, and here we go.
Spicer and Falloon. Spicer wins it back. Warner's going to get there. Now Triggs comes up, and he comes to the middle where Schiller touches it, and now Schrader pokes it on, and we've got a foot race between Baker and Spicer. Baker gets there first. He's going to wheel behind Condon. Tries to stop in behind, loses the handle on it. Triggs comes out, tries to wrap it home. Spicer almost on the back door, but it goes to the far corner where Baker plays it to Warner, and now Falloon's going to exit. Here comes Falloon. August Falloon through center ice. In check by Schiller. He spins, tries to center it over to Garden, but that's broken up nicely on a back-checking Tommy Schrader, and here comes Carson Triggs up the left side. Carson Trigg enters. He's held in check by Rude. Centers it, but it just gets away from Tommy Schrader, ridden off by Garden, and now comes Unsi. Unsi up the left, gets it to Falloon, crossing the line. Creer has him in check, and Falloon rolls it in behind into the corner for Unsi. Now Unsi tries to win the puck there with Creer, but Falloon's going to get to it, and he's going to backhand it up to Rude. Rude's looking, tries to get a shot off, but Schrader blocks it. It kicks right over to O'Donnell, who snaps one on net, but that gets blocked away, and now Schiller in the corner with Falloon, and they get it in behind. I believe it was Unsi who tried to center it there, but he's tied up nicely. And Falloon whacks it to Rude, and Rude with a nifty little move to backhand it towards the net, but it goes wide, where Schiller ties up his man, and now Joe Schiller's going to skate away and tries to touch it up to Schrader, and now Schrader is going to chip it high off the glass and get it out, where O'Donnell's going to pursue it. Icing is waved off as O'Donnell gets to the puck, and he's going to turn it up and tries to go up all the way up the ice, but it gets away from Beal. Now Joe Grammer behind the net coming, and he gets it on the wing. Ryerson tries to go rink wide for Bentz, misses him, but Bentz peels back, gets to Leonard. Now Leonard gets it back to Bentz. Bentz chips it out of the zone, but it's going to be met by Rude and thrown back in where Kunka will set it up, and Joe Grammer's going to peel in, coming up the near side. Joe Grammer gets it up to Bentz on the wall. Now Bentz trying to exit, and he gets it up to Ryerson streaking, and here comes Aaron Ryerson in all by himself. Backhand, forehand, backhand, and misses it off of his stick, and he gets ridden off by O'Donnell hard. Now Joe Grammer's going to step down the wall, try to create some into Dronin. Dronin gets it, fires it on net, but that's off the shoulder of Condon, and it's chipped up high there by O'Donnell. Now Grammer again at the point, snaps it hard to the net, blockered away by Condon, and Ryerson gets it. Now Dronin tries to center it, but nobody's there other than Karlstad to come out of the zone, and Karlstad's trying to get around Grammer. He sidesteps him, but Leonard's there now. Now Karlstad on the backhand, flips it in, but Kunka blockers it to the near side. Karlstad gets it up to Garden, but Dronin comes back and disrupts that play. And now Leonard's going to get to it in the corner where Simonson gets to him. Now Joe Grammer behind the net. Steps up, gets it to Bentz on the wing quickly, and Bentz comes out of the end. Harper Bentz up through the neutral zone. One hands it in deep, and Ryerson and Bentz are going to go for a change as Baker gets to the puck, and he tries to come up the ice to Fitch. Fitch on the left side, but Lindbergh checks him off and throws it back in deep where Condon will set it up for Baker. Baker now coming around the net. Reverses field back to Garden. Now Garden looks up the ice, and he's going to lay a soft pass up the middle, and that gets to Pajari, who catches it, but he's met by Ness. Ness turns it back, and Lindbergh is now coming, and he speeds around the end, and here comes Lindbergh with a shot just off the glove of Condon, and it goes in over the net. And now Ness is going to be first to it. He tries to cut it to the net, but poked away by Garden, and then he's met by Baker. Baker and Ness down low with Lindbergh, and Simonson comes away and tries to get there, but Lindbergh rides him off the puck. Now Lindbergh's going to have it on the half wall, snap it to the net, blockered away by Condon to the corner, and Stahlberger will get there. Stahlberger gets tied up by Pajari, and Simonson tries to come out, but he's met by Lindbergh. Now it's sticked away by Stahlberger, who gets it up to Creer. Creer steps down, snaps into the net, but it's blocked by Garden, and then it rolls in harmlessly to Condon, where he covers it up.
Yeah, good pace, good action, and as I watch these last couple shifts, I'm watching Moorhead's young players, sophomores. I mean, I think everyone's aware of the fact that Moorhead's got some pretty skilled younger players, and just watching Ryerson and Grammer and Creer, some of these kids, Moorhead's got a bright future here. I mean, these guys have made the seamless transition to varsity hockey and been looking good.
Puck is won by Dronen with some help from Bentz up to Grammer. Grammer plays it in deep, and now Dronen's going to tip it by Ruud and get to it first, and he and Ruud battle, but Ruud wins that one as he gets it up the wall, and St. Cloud comes out with Warner trying to exit the zone. He gets it across the blue line, but Bentz and Ryerson get him there, but Ruud calmly rotates the ice to Baker, and here comes, O'Donnell. O'Donnell backhands it in where Falloon continues behind the net. Now Joe Grammer reverses it nicely to Dronen. Dronen chips it up, and out come the Spuds. Ryerson, he's coming across the ice. Gets it up for Grammer on the right. Here comes Joe Grammer. He chips it in behind Ruud, but not enough to get past the long stick of Max Ruud, and he plays it back out to center where Ryerson turns it back. Now Bentz back to Ryerson, and Ryerson's going to get it up to Max Dronen, who turns to the middle of the ice, and Max Dronen surveys and tries to get it to Schiller, and it gets just past Joe Schiller and goes the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, I thought he had tipped it, right idea, but just a little too far for Schiller, and we'll have a break in the action and a face-off here in Moorhead's end. Got about 10:50 left in the third period. Moorhead still with a 3-1 lead.
Spicer's going to step in. Puck goes to the half wall, but it's won there by Pajari, but he actually tries to center it for Garden, and it's picked off by Thomas Schrader, who's on the edge with Garden. Here comes Thomas Schrader cutting to the net, but Garden does a nice job of poking his stick to disrupt it just enough. Now up to Frisch. Frisch reverses back, lays it in behind the net calmly, and it's picked off there by Baker, who's going to try to clear it. He chips it out, going the length of the ice, and I don't think it's going to make it. It's on net to Kunka, who tries to clear it, but he kind of muffs it, and it gets out to St. Cloud, but they mishandle it, and now Grant Frisch is going to come away with it. Grant Frisch now streaking up the left side. Grant Frisch crosses the blue line. He's got 4 Spuds, centers it for Triggs. Triggs gets it into Spicer, and it just gets past both Spicer and Schrader, harmlessly to the wing, and here comes Andrew Cumming for St. Cloud, crossing the blue line, 2-on-2. Centers it across for Matinich, and it gets away from him, and now Matinich to Cumming. Cumming centers it out, and Unsi gets a one-time shot on a beautiful pass from Andrew Cumming into the high slot.
Yeah, that was a good pass. I don't know. Well, he must have seen him coming in, but it was right on the tape, and good opportunity for St. Cloud to pull within a goal, and Kunka's able to deflect it up into the netting.
We're going to have Lindbergh and Falloon in for the draw. Won by Falloon to Unsi, who tries to get it back but reverses it in and bounces it out the wall, but Schiller gets there. Now Ness is going to exit the zone for the Spuds, get across the red line with speed on Max Ruud, but Ruud sticks it away and Stahlberger is able to get to it, and then Ruud rides him off the play. And Ness and Stahlberger are in there, but Ruud with the long stick is able to poke it up to Unsi, who chips it up the wall, and that's going to go for an icing.
Yeah, another ice here. St. Cloud's going to have to, if they want to tighten this game up here, they're going to have to work on a little better seamless breakout rather than just dumping it like that. They're going to have a face-off in their own end here, and Moorhead switches up lines. We're going to have Dronen's line out against Falloon.
Dronen against Falloon again into the circle, and that's a 50-50 as they do battle, and the Spuds come away with it as Max tries to turn it to the net, unable to get the shot off, and Falloon's going to peel it away, but his clearing attempt is blocked by Bentz. He tries to shoot it, gets blocked over to Creer. Creer back up to Schiller up top. He snaps a quick shot in. Bentz off the end wall, but Condon slides over and is able to get his pad on that one. Play comes up to Unsi, who chips it out, but now Ryerson back to Creer. Creer chips it off the glass, and Rudd's going to bounce it back in a bit of ping pong. And now Ryerson's going to get to the puck, but he can't quite get it past O'Donnell, and we did have an offsides.
Great save by St. Cloud's goaltender there. That just hurt watching. It was a full splits there to save that puck. And, you know, oftentimes they say the best athlete on your team is your goalie. In many cases, that's true, and that was a very athletic save.
Seems to be the most flexible in that case. Lindbergh in, gets it back to Grammer, who's going to step across the line, throw it in deep where it's going to get behind Condon, and now we're going to have Garden in the corner, tries to lay it up the wall, and Pajari gets there, met by Lindbergh. Cumming tries to win it, but Lindbergh wins it down to Ness, who tries to flip it into Lindbergh, and now Lindbergh's going to come to the middle. He chips it over to Grammer. Joe Grammer stepping down the wall. He's in check there. He fires a low-angle shot on Condon, but he's there to catch that one.
You know, that's the second time I've noticed in the last few shifts, Lindbergh, real good patience with the puck. You know, a lot of times players, they'll get nervous and just kind of throw it away, and Lindbergh twice now in the last couple shifts has been real patient with the puck, and nice feed over to Grammer for a good chance.
Stahlberger steps in, and Lindbergh's going to help him win that as it's a 50-50. Now Justin in the far corner gets to it, centers it to Ness on a nice little pass, chips it in on Condon, puck's bouncing around. Now Grammer on the half wall, turns and fires it towards the net, blocked away, and Baker's going to come out for St. Cloud. Here comes Isaac Baker, gets it on the left to Cumming. He tries to get out, but Lindbergh's there. Throws it back in deep where Garden's going to be first to the puck. And he does a little reverse pivot and throws it near side to Cumming. Cumming up to Falloon. Falloon waits patiently, tries to chip in a soft little entry pass to O'Donnell, and that gets picked off. But now it bounces back to O'Donnell. Gets to Falloon, chips it by Grammer, but Kunka's there to stop that one, and Grammer tries to exit the zone now, and Stahlberger chips it up nicely to Spicer. Spicer 1-on-3 coming across the line. Does a little inside out on Warner, but he gets sticked off the play, and Warner's going to now peel away and come up the ice. But Spicer now takes a turnover. Triggs off the pipe. Carson Triggs past the blocker. And now we have Grant Frisch throwing it in on net. That gets blocked, and Rude's going to turn and now reverse the ice, where Tom Schrader's going to be there first. Tom Schrader tries to get it back to the point, but nice stick met there by O'Donnell. O'Donnell chips it high, just gets past Frisch, but Colby Creer's going to get there, backhand it back in for this Buds. It'll go deep. Corey Warner in the far corner. Turns up, gets it up the wing to Karlstead, who gets it in the middle to Unsi, and Unsi's got Pajari, but he goes down on his own volition there, loses an edge, and Creer's able to get to the puck. Rude tries a little soft play in, but is poked away nicely by Creer, and Garden turns it back, and they get it to Unsi, who tries to chip it deep, but Grant Frisch is there. He'll circle in behind now, behind Kunka. He reverses it back to Creer. Creer in the near corner, now coming up, chips it up the wall to Tommy Schrader. Tommy Schrader then chips it on, but Rude gloves it down, plays it there, and Tommy Schrader is going to advance, and now Creer's going to go rink wide to Frisch. Frisch is going to get it to Triggs. Triggs skate to stick, gets it by Garden as he's written off hard. Max Rude's going to be there to it. Far corner, Max Rude reverses it. Reverses it to Karlstead. Karlstead reverses it again to Garden. Garden's going to chip it up high where it's going to get to Joe Schiller in the neutral zone. Joe Schiller surveys. Looking, slides it to Leonard. Leonard backhands it up, but it's going to be met by Rude, and Rude very alertly goes rink wide to Karlstead, but he's ridden off hard by Thomas Schrader. Now Schrader's going to win that puck, tries to get it to Dronen, but chips it just past him, and Garden's able to throw it in deep, and Simonson's going to give chase, where he and Schiller tie up in the corner. Schiller does a nice job of winning that puck up the half wall, and Harper Bentz wins it clean out to the zone, but Baker's there to clean up that mess, and he turns it back to Simonson quickly. Simonson to Fitch. Fitch is going to cross the line, snap a shot on net, a weak shot into Kunka's glove, and he'll hang on.
Yeah, good fast-paced shift. Dronen doing a lot of good things again out there, creating turnovers, and be fun for Max to get rewarded with a hat trick here. He's got about 6 minutes to go, but great game by a lot of players thus far, especially Dronen. He's, again, doing a lot of the hidden things that a lot of people don't see that create opportunities, and he's played real well today.
Dronen and Falloon, and this one is won by St. Cloud. Up to Baker, over to Warner. He lays it in on net, and that's an easy one for Kunka to paddle up into the netting for another whistle.
Yep, just about 6:07 left. And St. Cloud's going to have to pump one in here if they want to tighten this up. I would expect they may play Falloon's line a little more often here on the end.
Looks like they may. Falloon will step in against Lindbergh. We got some encroachment from Cumming and Grammer chasing him into the circle. I don't know if we'll have warnings, but we will reset and try it again. This one is won by Lindbergh, but Cumming is able to win that puck back to Baker, and Baker is only able to slide it back in around where Career's first to it. He tries to chip it up, but it hits the official, and now it's in the corner. Lindbergh pokes it away wisely into the corner. Now Career coming up, but his pocket is picked by Falloon. He tries to get it into Cumming, but Ian Ness steps into him nicely. Falloon tries to get into Grammer, but Grammer was able to win that puck. Gloved down by Lindbergh as it went towards the net, but now it's up to the blue line where Warner's going to slam it in behind, and Falloon and Career do battle, but now Joe Grammer's going to turn away. He rolls it up to the half wall to Stahlberger. Stahlberger to Lindbergh, and the Spuds come out clean. Lindbergh up the left side. He's got a step on Warner, but the old classic hip check by Corey Warner gets Lindbergh, but now the puck comes back to Lindbergh. Tries to shoot it, gets sticked away there, and now Falloon's going to come up near side, get it to Warner. Warner's going to cross the red line. He's going to try to dipsy-do on Leonard. Leonard does a hip check of his own there, and they go down in a rugby scrum. We got a little kerfuffle going there in the middle of the ice. And Spicer's going to come near side, far side around, and there it is, trying to get up the wing to Stahlberger, unable to, and now does. Clears the zone. Cumming gets it to Warner, and Warner's going to come quickly to Rude. Here comes Max Rude surveying. Calm as can be. Captain Falloon gets it down to Simonson, and Simonson shoots a shallow and go back to Rude. He snaps it, but there Thomas Schrader closes that out, blocks it, gets it out to the neutral zone where Triggs pursues Garden, and he's harassing him all the way back to the net. He falls down, and Condon hurdles him, and once again we have Carson Triggs and a goalie in the net, and we've seen that before.
Yeah, and Carson actually gives the goalie a pat on the back on the way out. Maybe just a little hello or something, but good aggressive play by Triggs. It's getting physical here, not that it hasn't been the last period, but Lindbergh throwing his weight around out there. I suspect the last 4 minutes are going to get pretty active.
This puck's won by Simonson back to Rude. Rude cross ice to Garden. Garden tries to touch it to the middle to Simonson, but that hits the skate, and here comes Spicer with a shallow angle opportunity that Condon's able to hang on to.
Yeah, good fast action here. It's cold outside, Rob, but the action in here has been warm. Hot game.
The heat in here is neutralizing the temperatures outside. We're going to have Dronen stepping in against Simonson again. Dronen wins that one with some help from Bentz. Grammer gets it, flips it in deep, bounces out to Harper Bentz, who gets a quick shot, but Condon gets the blocker on that. Ryerson to Grammer. Grammer throws it back in deep where Dronen's going to get to it, but it bounces over his stick, and Simonson's going to try to clear. Nifty little pass up the half wall to Fitch, but Harper Bentz, in hot pursuit of him, is able to stick it away, and now Dronen tries to chip it in past Rude, but that long stick of Rude gets the puck again as Joe Schiller now is going to turn it back across the blue line, slides it wide to Ryerson, and a nifty pass to Bentz that just got away from him. Now Bentz tries to center it. Here comes Joe Grammer stepping down, snaps it quick to the net. That was either blocked or blockered. Back to Grammer, who fires it again, and that's blocked again. And they chip it out to neutral ice, where Grammer and Schiller will give chase, but Grammer will be first to it. He's going to turn it up as St. Cloud's on a change, and Joe Grammer near side coming up the ice, gets around Cumming. Here comes Joe Grammer in, trying to get to the net around Rude, centers it in for Dronen, and that just gets kicked in behind the net where it's laid around where Ryerson will get to it, chips it in deep. Dronen is able to get it away from Baker, and now St. Cloud is able to exit as Falloon gets to the puck, but Creer pokes it past him, and Harper Bentz alertly gets it to Frisch, back to Creer near side, and now Creer is going to lay it off the glass up top to Dronen, but it gets away from him, and now Max Rude. Captain Cool, saucer pass across the ice, and it comes back to Rude. Baker to Rude, now Rude crossing the red line. Big long stick, tries to enter in the middle, gets it into Andrew Cumming, who snaps a quick shot off, and the calm nature of Max Rude creating offense for St. Cloud.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and he's got some offensive skill as well, and good shift for him. Creates an opportunity for St. Cloud.
3:01 to go with Falloon in against Lindbergh. That comes back into the corner where Frisch pokes it along to Ness. Ness tries to chip it on, but Falloon gets it, throws it in harmlessly on Kunka, and he'll cover for another whistle.
Well, St. Cloud's got 3 minutes here to try and tighten it up here.
Lindbergh and Falloon again. Falloon wins that puck back to Baker, slides it to Warner for a good one-timer, but once again with the big paddle, Will Kunka alertly able to redirect that up into the netting for a whistle, which is just as good as covering the puck.
Yep, for sure. He's the Warroad game, it was nothing but glove saves, and this game he's getting a lot of good stick deflections, so good job by Will.
Falloon and Lindbergh again. Again, Falloon's going to win it to Baker. Baker's going to step in and shoot, but that gets closed out nicely by Ness, but then Cummings able to get a quick shot in there, and here's a puck bouncing around in front of the net. Frisch is going to ride Cumming hard into the wall. Here comes O'Donnell, who's going to spin away from Lindbergh, try to center it, but Frisch is right there. A nifty little touch pass from Grant to Ian Ness, and here comes Ian Ness with speed. He's going to come out with some purpose. He gets it up the wall to Stahlberger, who touches it right back to Ness, but it's being able to be turned away by Falloon. Puck bounces around where Ness gets it, tries to backhand it in, but Baker's going to come up now, the left side for St. Cloud. He's going to stick it past Leonard, and it's going to roll in behind where Joe Grammer gets to it. He tries to reverse it, but it hits Baker, and now Baker's going to come away with it, but it's sticked away by Grammer, and now they battle. The puck's there, and it's been able to be cleared by Grammer out to center, where Warner gets it. He's harassed by Spicer heavy on the forecheck, but Warner's able to keep his composure and wrap it around the wall to Pajari. But Schrader's first to it, throws it on net. Spicer for the rebound, sticked away by Warner. Now it comes up to Leonard, who keeps it in and pounds it down deep. and it bounces off of Baker's stick, and he's going to try to clear it off the glass, but Schrader gloves it down. He's going to keep it in for the Spuds, but he's ridden off by Baker. Now turned back by Unsi, but he's ridden off by Triggs. Triggs pounds it down low, but it's picked off by Baker. Comes near side to Warner, who comes up. Spicer first to it, pounds it low, and Triggs is going to get there. He's got Tommy Schrader out front. Unable to get it to him, but he lays it down low in the corner where Tommy Schrader gets it. He tries to eat the puck down low, but Unsi gets there and clears it out. And then Leonard's going to throw it back in. Gets to the top of the circle for Warner to Rude. Rude, nice little cross-ice pass to Pajari, but he tries to Lionel Messi it up to himself but misses it. And now the Spuds are going to get it as Max Dronen tries to go for the hat trick, and the empty net is Condon had left the net, and it looks like St. Cloud has 8 to 12 players on the ice. Dan, we're going to probably have a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know if they were going to clear the bench. I was hoping Max would get that in for his hat trick. He deserves it today. In fact, I was going to ask, do you think it'd be irresponsible for Moorhead to pull their goalie and put Max out to try and get him his hat trick? But
it would be definitely unusual, but not a bad thought. You know, this play reminded me a lot of either Chip Ammerman or Sean Birdie in in-house, where St. Cloud tried to sneak 7 or 8 guys out on the ice for that advantage late in the game, and I know that Chip Ammerman used that as a tactic frequently.
That's always tough to stomach when Sean Birdie would do something like that, but you learn to live with it.
Joe Grammer slides across the line, gets it down on the half wall to Ryerson. Down to Bentz. Bentz to Ryerson. Now it's going to get all the way up to Grammer and down to Bentz. Bentz gloves it down, tries to center it for Leonard, and now Leonard's going to ride his man Garden off the puck, and then Rude's going to get to it. Now St. Cloud's going to look to try to create something off of this penalty kill as they need to. Now it's Dronen over to Grammer. Grammer steps up the ice, slides it to Ryerson, and Ryerson takes his eye off the puck, and it gets away from his stick and goes for an icing.
Well, St. Cloud will get their face-off down in Moorhead's end here. What do we got? About 45 seconds left. Not the position St. Cloud wants to be in, being short one guy, but they will pull their goalie now and have 5 skaters on the ice and see if they can generate some offense here at the last 44 seconds.
Lindbergh and Falloon. Lindbergh wins it over to Grant Frisch. Frisch rolls it around where Ian Ness has ice on the near side, and he goes far side. Now Stahlberger gets it. He chips it in behind where Lindbergh's going to be first to it. Lindbergh backhands it towards the empty net, but just misses. Garden's going to get to it. He's going to backhand it wildly across the ice to nobody in particular. And Grant Frisch is going to slam it into the empty net.
No
and
goal.
Unfortunately, the Spuds hadn't cleared the zone yet, or Grant Frisch would have had his first goal and sealed up this win. We're going to have an offside.
Well, Coach Kunka's arguing that should be a goal. The refs aren't even, they're not going to hear of it, so.
Going to be Lindbergh and Falloon with 26.7 left. And Falloon tries to win it back but isn't able to. Career slams it in deep. Max Rude's going to be the first to it. He's going to set up in behind. Max Rude surveys and looks at the pace that he's playing. He's going to kill the rest of the clock, but he sends it down the length of the ice. And he gets away from everybody. We've got 9 seconds remaining. Career eats it in the corner, plays it up to Stahlberger. Stahlberger rolls it back around, and that's going to finish it.
Good win for Moorhead.
3-1 final here in Section 8 AA play. The second win in section play for the Spuds, and a big one when it's going to come down to seeding. Every section game's a big one, and a tough one for St. Cloud on the same token. Good outing for the Spuds.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Moorhead's starting to gel as a team here. A couple of good games, good momentum off the East Side game a couple days ago, and Moorhead's able to pick up a win here and trending in the right direction.
Well, I'd like to thank Dan Frisch for joining me today on the call and the color commentary on Spuds TV production, brought to you by Muscatel Subaru. We got a final on the Ryan Frisch Remax Legacy scoreboard. The Spuds are going to win this one 3-1.
Well, thanks for having me, Rob. It's always fun, and I'm always impressed with Rob. He gets here 10 minutes early, he memorizes the roster, and it's a seamless transition into the play-by-play, so it's always fun to work with Rob here.
We'll see you next time on Spuds TV.